Have you ever used your phone to ask for directions? Or maybe you've seen your favorite streaming service recommend a movie that you actually end up loving. It feels a little bit like magic, right? It's almost as if your devices know what you're thinking or what you need before you even do. Well, that's not magic. It's something called artificial intelligence, or AI for short. And while that term sounds super complex, like something out of a sci-fi movie, flying cars, robot butlers, the basic idea behind it is actually surprisingly simple. You're already using it every single day, probably without even realizing it. It's time we pull back the curtain on this amazing technology. So, what is AI really? Think of it as teaching a computer how to think and learn, kind of like how we humans do. Instead of just following a strict set of pre-programmed instructions like a normal computer program, AI can analyze information, recognize patterns, and make decisions on its own. It's the difference between a simple calculator that only does what you tell it to, and a smart assistant that can understand your question and find the answer for you. It's a huge leap forward, and it's changing the world around us in some pretty incredible ways. Let's start with the big picture: artificial intelligence itself. The best way to think about AI is to imagine having a super smart assistant. This isn't just any assistant who can fetch your coffee or schedule your meetings. This assistant is an expert in almost everything. It can sort through massive amounts of information in seconds, find the tiniest needle in a haystack, and help you make better decisions. It's like having a team of researchers, librarians, and analysts all rolled into one, ready to help you 24/7. This assistant is designed to perform tasks that would normally require human intelligence. For example, think about your email inbox. How does it know which emails are important, and which ones are just junk mail trying to sell you something you don't need? That's an AI assistant at work. It has been trained to look for clues, like weird subject lines, suspicious links, words like special offer, and automatically move those messages to your spam folder. It's not following a simple rule like block all emails with the word free. It's smarter than that. It learns and adapts, getting better over time at protecting your inbox from clutter, saving you a ton of time and annoyance. This super smart helper shows up in other places too. When you shop online, have you noticed how the website shows you products you might actually want to buy? That's AI playing matchmaker. It looks at what you've browsed before, what you've bought, what other people with similar tastes bought, then it puts together a personalized store just for you. It's like having a personal shopper who totally gets your style. This isn't a person behind the screen manually picking things for you. It's an AI system working tirelessly to make your experience better and more relevant. The ultimate goal of this AI assistant is to help us, not replace us. It takes care of the boring, repetitive, or incredibly complex tasks so that we can focus on the things that humans do best: being creative, thinking critically, connecting with each other. From helping doctors spot diseases in medical scans, to helping farmers grow more food with fewer resources, AI is a powerful partner. It's a tool that amplifies our own abilities, making us smarter, faster, and more efficient in almost every aspect of our lives. It's the ultimate sidekick for Team Human. We're going to break it all down, piece by piece, so you can see just how simple and useful it truly is. Imagine you're building with Legos. A regular computer program is like following the instruction booklet step by step. You have to tell it exactly where each and every piece goes. If you miss a step, the whole thing might fall apart. AI, on the other hand, is like giving a friend a big box of Legos and just showing them a picture of the finished castle. They might not build it the exact same way you would, but they can figure out how to get to that end result by themselves. They learn, adapt, and problem solve. That's the core idea of AI creating systems that don't just follow orders, but can actually think for themselves. In this journey, we're going to explore the different layers of AI. We'll look at how it learns, how it gets super smart, and even how it's starting to get creative. We'll use simple analogies that connect these big ideas to things you already know and understand. By the end, you'll see that AI isn't some scary, complicated monster hiding in the closet. It's a powerful tool, an amazing assistant, and a creative partner that's already making our lives easier, more fun, and more connected. So let's get started and demystify the magic behind the technology that is shaping our future, one smart decision at a time. Let's use a really simple analogy to understand machine learning. Teaching a toddler. How do you teach a little kid what a car is? You don't sit them down with a dictionary definition. You point things out in the real world. You say, "Look, a car," when a red sedan drives by. Then you point to a blue SUV and say, "That's a car too." You might see a toy car on the floor and say, "There's your little car." Each time you do this, the toddler's brain is absorbing information and building a mental model of what a car is. The toddler starts to pick up on the patterns: wheels, windows, moving on the road, a certain kind of noise. They see big cars, small cars, fast cars, parked cars. They might make mistakes at first. They might point at a bus and say, "Car." You'll gently correct them. "No, that's a bus. It's bigger and carries lots of people." This feedback is super important. It helps them refine their understanding. This is exactly how machine learning works. The data is the examples you point to. The programmer is the parent providing labels and corrections. Now think about the scale. A toddler might see a few hundred cars before they really get it. A machine learning model can be shown millions or even billions of examples. It can see more cars in a few hours than a human will in their entire lifetime. This massive amount of data lets it learn subtle differences with incredible precision. It learns to distinguish between a truck, an SUV, a sports car, and a minivan. Not because someone programmed those rules, but because it analyzed countless examples and identified the unique patterns. Now let's take one step deeper into this world. Sometimes the patterns we want our AI to learn are really, really complex. Think about recognizing a specific person's face in a crowd. It's not just about identifying a face, but about understanding the unique combination of specific nose, eyes, mouth, and their exact distances from each other. For these super complex tasks, we use a more powerful type of machine learning called deep learning. The name sounds intense, but the idea is inspired by something you use every second of every day: your own brain. Deep learning uses something called a neural network, which is a computer system designed to work a bit like the network of neurons in our brains. Our brains have billions of tiny cells called neurons that are all connected. When we see something like a friend's face, a signal zips through a chain of these neurons. Some neurons might recognize lines and edges, others might recognize shapes like circles for eyes, and others further down the line might put all that information together to recognize the final face. It happens in layers, with each layer looking for something more complex than the last. A deep learning neural network does something very similar. It's made up of layers of artificial neurons. When you feed it data, like the pixels of an image, the first layer might just look for simple things like bright spots or dark edges. It then passes what it found to the next layer. So far, we've talked about AI that can understand and analyze things that already exist, like identifying a dog in a photo or sorting your email. But there's a new kid on the block, and it does something completely different. It can create brand new things from scratch. This is called generative AI, the creative artist of the AI family. Instead of just recognizing a song, it can compose a new one. Instead of identifying a cat in a photo, it can create a totally new, realistic picture of a cat that has never existed. Think of generative AI as an incredibly talented student who has studied millions of examples of art music writing. It hasn't just learned to label them, it has learned the underlying style, structure, and essence of what makes them good. For example, show it thousands of paintings by Vincent van Gogh. It doesn't just learn to say that's a Van Gogh. It learns about his brushstrokes, use of color subjects, and the emotional feel of his work. It internalizes the rules of Van Gogh's style. Then comes the fun part. Give it a simple prompt. Create a painting of an astronaut in the style of Van Gogh. The generative AI uses everything it learned to generate a brand new piece of art. It combines the concept of astronaut with Van Gogh's stylistic rules to create something completely original. But the truth is, you're probably carrying it around in your pocket right now. Your smartphone is packed with AI. Every time you unlock your phone with your face, you're using a sophisticated deep learning model that has learned to recognize your unique facial features. When it creates a Discover Weekly or new music mix playlist for you, that's machine learning in action. After you take the photo, you can go to your photo gallery and just type beach or dog into the search bar. AI is not something to be afraid of. It's a tool designed to help us. It's designed to handle boring tasks, repetitive tasks, and complex tasks. Frees us up to be more creative, more strategic, and more human. Your adventure with AI has already begun, and the best is yet to come.